Hello, everybody. Welcome to Did That Age Well? I'm your host, Molly Smith, and today, live from the Dude IDK studios, we have Noah Reynolds and Jacob Rupp, comedians and hosts of the podcast Chicken and the Nuggets.
Hello.
You guys.
Hi, hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, hello. Thank
Hi.
you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
It's so fun.
Yes,
so
yeah.
fun to
So
have you.
Fun. Yes.
Oh my God. What do you guys have going on? Do you have any?
Next question.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that's
Of course,
it.
kidding.
Kidding.
What do you guys have
Pass.
going on professionally, comedically? What's going on? Do you have any dates coming up? Do you want to tell the people what Chicken and the Nuggets is about?
No, what's our podcast about?
It's mostly about basketball and
Okay.
also life and pop culture and food. So we
Okay.
kind of cover all of the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been really in the Middle East crisis right now too during the podcast. So very
Some of us call it a
Absolutely.
crisis. Yeah.
yes, some
Some
call
of
it
us
an
call-
opportunity.
Yeah.
Some
for
call it
sure.
a 3v3
Silver
basketball
lining
tournament.
type of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That is
absolutely.
fair. Yeah, so you can find that wherever we are part of the Dude IDK podcast studio as well. Nick has us all locked in here in the studio. But I did want to say April 25th in Fort Collins, we have Good Night Fort Collins up in at the
Cool.
Comedy Fort. So let's shout out that.
That's
if
10
anyone-
days after tax day
Yeah, that's why
Wow.
that's why we're doing it then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
because the fort has been laundering money, of course. So we're kind of
course.
beginning their new fiscal year.
Yeah.
So yeah, cash only at the Comedy Fort, April 25th.
Yep.
Cash only. Yep.
To provide for the criminal organization.
Yeah.
Whatever. I put that in quotes. That's what it was.
It's a witch hunt.
It's a cartel that runs the Comedy Fort.
Yeah, definitely.
A cartel of friends.
Of friends
Yeah.
who are all really funny.
Yes.
I mean, you got to hear these guys.
yeah,
That's
you
right.
do.
A comedy
Yeah.
cartel.
Comedy cartel, and that's a great name for anything.
It is.
Show,
Ooh,
podcast,
podcasts.
a group.
Listeners, you can use that for free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well,
yeah.
Cut
Yeah, cut
Cut
that.
that out, Nick.
Cut
That's going to be your
Comedy
comedy
cartel.
cartels. Mhm.
Yeah.
Comedy cartel at the Denver Improv every Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty good. All right, Nick
Yeah.
liked it.
The Thursday was the one that
gotta
got
laugh.
you? Because it's on Thursday? Hey, at least we know what Nick likes.
Yeah.
wait,
we
what was the
tried.
date for that again? Sorry. Can we? When are you going to be there?
April 25th.
25th.
April
yes.
25th.
Yeah, 10 days after tax day.
April 25th, 10 days after tax day.
All right.
yes.
Well, do you guys feel like you know Fort Collins well enough to make funny little jokes about
Hell
it?
yeah. Are you
No.
kidding me?
What do you know
Jacob
about
doesn't
Fort
know
Collins?
that much about Fort Collins.
What do you know about Fort Collins?
I know about the mayor. She has been making a lot.
She.
Yeah, she's been making a lot of strides in the various issues that surround the city.
The various issues and name them.
Okay, well, I know people are concerned about migrants. I know people are concerned about the climate. I know
Yeah.
people are concerned about guns.
All issues
race
very
relations.
unique to Fort Collins.
Well, hey, it's a it's really a dichotomy. It's a microcosm.
A microcosm.
Thank you of America today. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you have the train there.
Yeah.
You have the town hall, which is one of the best in the state for sure.
Fort Fun, which is a
Fort
amusement park.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay, I grew up in Fort Collins, and I
okay.
have to say that Fort Fun is one of the crown jewels.
Of course.
Fort Collins.
And thank you. Jacob got it before I could, which is Fort Fun, of course.
Fort Fun. There's the movie theater, The Lyric, which I really enjoy.
Oh yeah, I used to go there all
yeah.
the time when I was in high school because I was cooler than everybody. So of course
But
I went to
then
the
they just got
independent
in
movie
trouble
theater.
online. I don't know if you saw that for having
No.
bathroom breaks offered during Oppenheimer. I think.
They got in trouble for that.
Oh, just
offering-
online, just kind of social media
I think
trouble. Yes.
that
Wait,
they
for
are
offering
heroes.
bathroom breaks?
No, they stopped the movie. I
They
think,
like
for a little
paused
bit.
it for an
Oh,
intermission.
that's
Heroes.
awesome.
Heroes.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wow, the lyric.
And people got
You're
pissed
my
at
heroes.
that.
Yeah, people got pissed at it.
You say that's the jewel of Fort Collins. Fort Collins is a jewel of Larimer County.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a big thing to say.
Yeah.
What would Windsor, Colorado,
Yeah.
have to
I know,
say to that?
or Firestone,
wow.
God
Oh
forbid.
my God.
Yeah.
Wow,
So, yeah,
the
we're
listeners
very-
are going to be coming for
We're
us.
very familiar.
Yes, yes.
Shout out to Brock Lesnar's daughter too, who goes to CSU, who
Right.
she
Shout
wants to
out.
do the podcast. We're reaching out
Yeah,
through your podcast, while
Yes.
fantastic. Love that.
Shot put champion.
Something like that.
Scary person, probably
right.
overall.
Yeah.
But
Probably scary, but Nothing that the Comedy Fort hasn't seen before.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You guys,
Yeah.
how do you feel about Space Jam, the new one? Not the original, which is what we were going to be talking about today, but I feel like we needed to set the stage and talk about the shitty sequel before we get into the good stuff.
Perfect.
Okay.
I remember, so it came out, was it pandemic-y time a
Yeah.
little bit? Yeah, so I definitely watched half of it, I think.
Okay.
The new
Definitely watched half of it, you think?
one. Yes.
Okay.
So I definitely watched some of it. I don't think I finished it. I think I may have finished it actually. But yes, it's much worse. It's LeBron centered, which Noah enjoys. So there was a couple good bits, but other than that, it's just kind of weird. Yeah.
I didn't watch a second of it. I didn't even see the trailer.
Okay. I also did not see a second of it.
Okay, good.
So,
Fuck you, nerd. You love that.
nerd.
Yes. The bad guy is in a computer. It's
Sure.
an
He's
algorithm.
in a computer.
He's the algorithm.
He's the algorithm.
That's always a good sign.
You love this movie. You're obsessed with this movie.
Yeah, let me break it down for you.
Jesus
I did go
Christ.
to film school, so let me give you the mise en scène of Space Jam 2: A Space Odyssey.
Excuse me, can I get a mise en scène, but can I get that without soy sauce?
yeah.
Does anyone ask for it without soy sauce?
Wow, they
Yeah. Am I the person to do
Yeah.
that?
Can I get MSG in here? This mise en scène? That's Madison Square Garden. Too.
Wow,
That's right.
Jacob, I'm so glad that you brought up your film degree because I was
couldn't wait to
thinking
bring it up, yeah.
that it was going to take at least 10 minutes for you
cannot
to bring
wait.
it up.
Seven minutes.
And if you hadn't brought it up at 10 minutes, I was going to bring it up. So you do have a film degree, so you are better than us, right?
Yes. And that's
Cool,
why
cool.
I kind of think I watched half of Space Jam 2.
Definitely.
Quoting all of the bits from it, can't stop talking about it. Doesn't even want to move on. It's his favorite movie.
Okay, there was one good bit.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, you guys aren't going to watch it. It doesn't matter.
No.
No, what are you going to
and-
spoil Space Jam
He's gonna-
for
Kind
us?
Nick,
Okay.
are you going to
Stop
watch
the
Space Jam 2? All right. Earmuffs. Even more earmuffs than Nick's doing.
So just to set the stage, this is Jacob Rupp telling us the one good bit from Space Jam 2, a film 3 of the 4 people in this room have not seen.
Yes.
Take it away, Jacob.
Okay, so during halftime of the game,
Okay.
get this, the cartoons are losing to the, I don't even remember, it's like
Antagonist.
A
To
computer. Or
the-
they're all like,
To
bad
the
guys.
algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm, pretty
Man,
much.
that's what SAG was striking against.
Don Cheadle,
was the AI
Academy
taking over.
Award-winning actor Don Cheadle.
And
by
Don
the way.
Cheadle's the bad guy, which you're like, oh, fresh take? No, not really. It's not
Yeah.
Did
that
you guys
much
ever
to do
see
with it.
Hotel Rwanda?
I actually
I have this
haven't,
weird
no.
thing about movies where they're like, yeah, a great movie, but I will never watch
Yeah.
it again. I watch those movies
It's
fucking
like
again.
Hotel for Dogs,
Really?
right?
No, it's actually similar. Hotel for Dogs is mostly about like I guess like canines and animals and stuff. Hotel Rwanda is about the Rwandan genocide.
No, I thought that was Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
Is there a movie called Hotel of Dogs? Are you thinking
Hotel
of
for Dogs?
Hotel
for
for
Dogs, there's a movie?
Dogs.
Yeah, it's a hotel that like is for dogs.
Oh my god, here we go. Jacob. I don't want to. Let's get into the movie
It's
we
a
actually
title that
like.
makes a lot more sense
Let's
for
get
what
into
it
the
is.
one
If
perfect
I,
movie that's
you
been
ask
made in
me.
the last 50 years.
It is a metaphor for genocide,
Uh-huh,
though. So
yeah.
Yeah,
it's the same
absolutely.
thing.
Shoes untied.
But you need a film degree to know that actually.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. But the bit, Noah, halftime they're losing, and they're like,
Oh yeah, I forgot we were
getting,
talking about
we're
this.
getting Michael Jordan.
Oh,
into
and
the
it's
game."
Michael B. Jordan.
And it's Michael B. Jordan. Comes
That
out.
is so.
So the
funny.
bit is
Pretty funny.
bit
Okay,
is a
that's a
disappointment.
good
The bit is a
bit.
fuck you
It's a
to
good
the
bit.
crowd.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
I like that.
Yes. Well, the team is disappointed
Who
too. 'cause
directed
they're
the
like,
film?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Film
Who
degree
cares?
going
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, Sophia
This-
Coppola.
yeah,
directed
exactly.
Space Jam 2.
It was her love letter to Lost in Translation.
Yeah.
Love letter. Yeah, Space Jam 2 is a love letter to capitalism. for
That's
sure.
right.
Yeah. It is, it feels, it's one of those movies that, are like a remake that are bad that just kind of came and went. I don't know. There's been a lot of those, like, on streaming and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
tried to
Space
make
Jam
a
2.
remake of Space Jam as early as 1998.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Thank you,
So she's
Associated
gonna.
Press.
Oh, okay. Gonna go ahead and woman-splain what a fact is.
Go ahead, Noah. Yeah, go ahead.
It is International Women's Month.
It is
It is.
actually.
God.
I also learned that one of the potential sequels was going to be Spy Jam. with
Oh.
Jackie Chan, which ended up becoming Looney Tunes Back in Action.
think
There was going to be
Really?
Race Jam with Jeff Gordon. Don't know what kind of race that means,
I believe
but
Tiger Woods was involved in that project too. As
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Golf Jam,
was
Skate
involved with
Jam
that?
with Tony Hawk. They were all discussed but never came to be. Which one of those would you be most interested in seeing? Race Jam, Golf Jam,
Golf Jam.
or Skate Jam?
These are all great. These are all good ideas. Golf
Yeah.
would be yours. Why?
Because I don't know. It seems like a
You think Tiger
natural
Woods
throughway. It seems like a natural throughway from the film. A lot of golf in the first Space Jam. So
Yeah.
you kind of find a natural.
Back to the course, kind
Exactly.
of thing.
They should do the opposite, where Tiger Woods plays basketball.
Yeah, that's good.
You know.
Oh,
and then
because he's
goes-
black.
Yes,
that
no. That is not why.
Is that why?
Yes, no, that's not why. Arnold
Oh,
Palmer.
okay.
Arnold Palmer can hit some threes too. You know, God rest his soul.
He's also
Sure.
black.
Is he dead? Okay.
No, I don't know.
Okay, I don't know either.
Arnold
Golf
Palmer is
sucks,
dead.
man.
Yeah.
Golf is truly such a dog shit sport, and people who play it suck. All right, I'm kidding. I don't really.
I would like the skate jam to answer your question.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
it's
thank
shot
you.
in more of like
I
a,
did answer the
a
question.
Lords of Dogtown type like grittiness, you know, like
Yeah.
it's not a kids
Yeah.
movie. There's
Yeah.
like a lot of abuse.
It's like the cartoons from the Boondocks.
Yes.
Instead,
It's
not
like
the Looney
the
Tunes.
Teenage Mutant
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
TMNTs,
Yeah.
TMNTs.
Mhm,
That's
yeah.
one of the acronyms that is nearly as hard to say. As
Teenage
the
Mutant
actual
Ninja
thing.
Turtle. I mean, I feel like I just did it so good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you-
without any sort of acronym or whatever that word is.
that is
Yeah.
what it is.
Now here's a
I
fun
read
one.
that on the WSJ.
Here's a fun one. I bet you
Okay.
didn't know this. Acronym actually only refers to words that you can say as a word with those letters. Does
The
that
rest
make sense?
would
What did you
be,
say? What?
it's an abbreviation.
Abbreviation.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, I'll give you an example.
This is not fun.
I'll give you an example, Jacob.
Yes, you said
Give me
this
an
was
example,
fun. Yes,
Jacob.
right.
CHSA. That's the Colorado High School Athletic and Sports something. So that's an acronym because you can say the word CHSA.
But CHSA is not actually a word. I thought that an acronym would be more like if sport
Or
stood for
ICE.
something. ICE. Yes.
That was actually a
Exactly.
perfect example. I didn't
Yeah.
think it had to be a word, but
What about
Well, I
IC
actually
with an
don't
extra
know
E
about
on
that
it?
either.
what's that?
IC with an extra E on it?
Sure. What does IC stand for?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
International.
We'll cut this whole bit
Cut
out.
You guys want
Yeah.
to? You guys want to talk
Acronyms,
about the movie?
abbreviations.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We have to cut that
I don't
out.
know. Do we? Yeah, I guess let's do it.
I don't recommend Space Jam 2. That's fine.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hot take. So in 1996, Space Jam was the first film to be produced by Warner Bros. Feature Animation. Cool for them.
November 15th, 1996, I believe. About 30 days before I was born.
How many days is that from tax day?
From then? I don't know.
Just gonna do some light
So that's a
calculating.
fun fact.
Well, about 4 years before you were born, the Super Bowl Nike ads, Hair Jordan and Aerospace Jordan, they aired on TV featuring Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny. And they were like, damn, this is cool. Maybe we should make this an hour and a half.
They had a real will they, won't they type of energy.
Yeah,
It's kind of the original Ted Lasso, rise to fame. Ted Lasso, famously an ad for Premier League soccer in America,
Right.
and has now become an Emmy-winning show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it's a path that many have followed.
Yes, they're not the only ones. But they are the only ones who were a famous basketball player and a
Looney Tune.
cartoon
That's true.
to do that.
That's for sure true.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like one of those videos of weird animal friends, you know?
That's exactly what it is.
Unlikely friends.
Yeah, unlikely friends. A
Yeah.
cartoon and a basketball player.
Yeah, or as Jacob would say, a black guy and a white guy. Because of how you feel about. Anyway, I'm
You know, because of how you felt about Race Jam.
Yeah.
I was excited for Race Jam.
Race Jam. That's right. You picked Race Jam.
I did.
No, you picked
Yeah,
Skate
Skate
Jam.
Jam.
Skate Jam.
Sorry, Race
No one
Jam would
asked
be-
me what I would have chosen.
Yeah.
And
No, it's
that
Race
hurts
Jam.
because it's International Women's Month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so what'd you choose?
I thought it was actually cool we didn't because we were treating you like any host, which is not ask you a question. Just move on.
Yeah.
Please tell us what sequel.
I don't want to anymore.
Okay.
All right, let's
So,
go.
okay, you
It
know
was
what, guys?
Race Wars. It was definitely Race Wars.
Looney Tunes needed this. Michael Jordan needed this. Well, at least I think so. I think he needed this after coming back from his baseball flop. He had to be in on the joke. Looney Tunes were kind of just syndicate TV, boring nonsense. I don't know. Do you think that they needed this?
I think the Looney Tunes is the Michael Jordan of cartoons, and
Okay.
Michael Jordan is the Bugs Bunny of basketball.
You think so?
So I think they maybe needed each other in a way, but I also
Yeah.
think that their legacy was implanted. So I think that this sort of furthered them each into pop culture history.
I think Michael Jordan needed this in general, probably,
Yeah.
because I think history will tell us now.
Yeah.
Or her story. Tell
Thank
us
you
now.
so
Her
much.
store,
Yes.
she.
And
Her-
thank you
her
so
story.
much for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out the
Her store, she, they.
mayor for
Right.
Collins.
Yeah.
Yes. That Michael Jordan's probably not a fun guy. Michael Jordan's probably not silly
No.
or fun or like anything
Probably
like
not
he
at
is
all. No.
in the movie. So like in general, I think this did a lot for him to just seem like a all right person a little bit, maybe, which
Yeah.
may seem probably at the time was maybe the point for anything than
Yeah,
it-
he loved his family in the movie, which is of course something that we know is not totally accurate.
And also, he said something. This line really struck me in the movie when he said, "Guys, let's just go out there and have fun." I said that
That
is
had
the
to have-
farthest thing.
That had to have
from-
been a bit.
yeah, they were in on that.
I do like.
I'm
at
gonna
the end-
skull fuck Gary Payton. That was a line that they took out of the movie.
Yeah.
They're like, that you can't. They're like, how do we edit that up?
Yeah.
Let's go out there
Let's
and
go
have some
have
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's go out there and have some
Yeah, you
fun.
can't say you're gonna skull fuck the Monstars, Michael.
Yeah, I get it. You're betting the sound guy, but
Yeah.
you can't
Also,
do
we'll
that.
tell you, you're gonna win the game at the end. So
Yeah.
no matter what happens, you're gonna win the game.
That's
Yeah.
what I say at the end too. It's funny because he's like, also by the way, I'm back to basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
even a
By the
part-
way.
Not only am I back to basketball,
Yes.
I'm back to winning 3 more titles in basketball.
Yeah.
By the way.
An insane human being.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
The only movie he would do would be with animated, non-existent people.
Right. Well, he was awkwardly surrounded by people when they were filming this, like the 360 green
greens,
screen.
yeah.
They just had people
Like pretend to be them.
pretend to be, which honestly, like, I think, but was probably for the best.
Yeah.
Was probably for the best.
I don't think he could pull off just talking to like a tennis ball or whatever, you know?
I imagine he was talking shit to the paid actors that were dressed in green suits.
Yeah.
Just checking them up, calling them punk ass bitches and shit.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
we can't use any of this.
Yeah.
Can't use any of this footage at all.
Yeah, they said this is a kids movie. He said, "Fuck them kids."
Yeah, exactly.
Famously.
He did. Mhm.
Okay, you guys, is it a blessing or a curse that this kind of paved the way for athletes to act?
It's a blessing. I think this
That's a
is
good question.
I think this is the ultimate version of that. I can't. There aren't many examples that jump out to me that have made as big of an impact. I mean, in commercials, of course, the great actors Rob Gronkowski and Patrick Mahomes, and certainly it has allowed them the creative ability to go out and explore that.
Who is the best student actor or athlete actor? Do you
Peyton
think?
Manning.
I was gonna say actually.
Were
Peyton
you?
Manning
I
in
think it's
SNL.
Peyton Manning.
That's
And I
another-
said that. It's so funny. I didn't even take a second to think about it. And I still think that's the correct answer.
There's
Peyton
gotta be.
Manning.
I think there's a more obvious answer.
I think so too, but I can't think of who. Well, LeBron has been in a few feature films. Who else has been
Yeah.
in a feature film?
You might be able to make a John Cena case at some point.
Okay. Well, yeah. If we're gonna go wrestler, then you could say Rock, John Cena.
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that's
All right, that's
necessarily what we're
different.
talking
Okay.
about.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy that I'm thinking of?
I don't know. Now I'm all thinking of actors making athletes look good.
Sure.
You know, like
Sure.
Will Smith being Muhammad Ali and things like that.
You know what? Carl Weathers.
Carl
O.J.
Weathers.
O.J.
Simpson.
Simpson.
Oh, O.J. Simpson.
O.J.
That's the
Simpson.
one.
Really glad
Peyton
you
Manning
brought
and
that up.
O.J.
The original actor brought down by cancel culture.
Absolutely. Police Academy 4. Best movie.
The Hertz commercial, my favorite movie.
Oh man, OJ. You know, man, keep doing what you do, brother. That's my message to OJ Simpson.
Keep doing what you do.
This year of
brother.
our Lord 2024. So yeah, I don't know. I love athletes and I enjoy film. So when those things combine, well, heck, I feel like I'm in for a good time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably worth it just for LeBron to be funny and train wreck for like 5 minutes.
All right, that was what I was just about to bring up.
I was going to bring that up too. Didn't see the
Oh,
movie,
sure?
but I
Oh,
saw
were
the
you?
LeBron parts of the movie.
I thought that he was the best part of that movie.
Yeah,
He was so
really
funny.
good. Yeah, and he was very cheap, Noah.
That's funny. It's funny to see a
you'd like
billionaire
it.
be cheap
Yeah.
as the bit.
That's
Yeah.
the bit.
That's the bit.
Yeah, a bunch of
Isn't it
people.
funny?
Speaking of which, to our topic we were talking about earlier, a bunch of people were shot and killed at a train wreck shooting in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
It's not a news podcast.
No, I know, but it
decide it.
actually
Do the headline.
Did not
was
decide.
no, but it
that.
was so related. It was so related to what we were talking about.
Yeah, we'll
So I
cut it
felt
out.
like I had to bring it up.
We'll cut it out.
Okay.
That's a stretch, just like Michael Jordan's arm at the end.
It's
Hey.
Down there. See, I can tie it.
Oh,
I can
look
tie
at
it back
that.
in. No, see?
I tied it back in fine. Next question.
All right. Next question. Okay. Let's see. Have you guys played any of the video games?
No.
No.
I was
okay,
born
I haven't either.
30 to 31 days after this film came out, so it was too mature for me until I.
What was it on? It sounds familiar a little bit. Was it like on a Sega Genesis or
It
something?
was on a PS1, I
Probably.
believe.
PS1?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
probably played it, but yeah. It's a lot of like sneaking through the house, I think, if I remember. You know that part where they go to get the sneakers?
Yes,
And
I
the
do.
dog chases them.
Yes.
That's pretty much the whole thing in the video
Yeah.
games, I think. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
No basketball.
No, not really.
Oh, that's misleading. Okay, so we start this movie with R. Kelly's "I Believe I Can Fly."
Yes.
Can I
Yikes.
tell you something?
That's the note I wrote down too.
Yeah.
The first thing that doesn't age well. Yeah. What,
No,
what do
I
you
was
need
going to
tell
say
us?
it's the greatest opening of a movie that's ever happened in the history of American
No,
cinema.
you weren't gonna
Yeah,
say
no, I do, and I do believe that. Song notwithstanding. Song is a
There's
bummer.
this and Christoph Waltz and Inglourious Bastards.
Correct.
It's those two
Correct.
opening
famous,
scenes.
and it's those two.
Do you feel similarly about me? I mean, it's
What's
basically
the opening scene
yeah.
of like the kid?
No, no. We're talking. You're talking
about?
opening credits, right?
No, you're
Oh,
talking about the 20-minute montage. We're not even there
shit.
yet.
I'm
We're not
so
even there
sorry.
yet to
I
the
mean,
montage.
Oh.
that was.
I'm talking about when he's going back to childhood.
Yes, yeah.
And
No,
his
it
dad's
starts
like,
off
shoot
with-
till you
yeah,
miss.
yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to play at North Carolina
Yeah.
and then the NBA.
I also love that.
And I just want to play basketball like you.
Cue R. Kelly.
And then
yeah.
he's like, and then when you finish that, I bet you'll want to fly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then it is the 20-minute montage,
Flawless.
to which I say, let's fucking
So
go.
Yeah.
20-minute montage is the perfect beginning to any movie that's ever been produced.
Great.
But I do still like the first part with Lil Mike as a kid shooting in rural North Carolina there with his father, who at that point I don't think had been murdered, but
No, he was still alive. Yep.
yeah, he was still alive.
He was not a ghost.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, that would have been
there.
crazy.
They cut that out.
Yeah.
They cut that out of the opening scene too.
That would have been
With
crazy.
him being like,
if his
I'm also
dad
gonna
had
get into
died.
gambling.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, Mike, let's just
All right,
do
let's
a couple
it's
things
for
at a
kids.
time
He
first.
said, fuck them
A little
kids.
bit, but yes.
Yeah, so I guess from it's probably the best 15 minutes, first 15 minutes of a film ever.
Yeah.
Some people could say
I rented
Inglourious
this on
Basterds.
Apple TV, and then watching the montage, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, this feels like a lot." And you look, it's like almost halfway over.
Well, it's his
Yeah.
entire career
Hell
up until
yes.
that point,
Hell
and then he
Right.
still has 4 or 5 more years after.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically that montage is basically all of The Last Dance condensed into several minutes.
It's
And
his first dance. Mm-hmm.
His first
that's right.
dance.
Well, it's
yeah.
all of his dance. That's right.
Yep, yeah.
Thank you.
And to you.
But yes, more montages.
Yeah. More
imagine,
montages.
Imagine when Jokic makes his big fiction to adapted film, and the first 10 minutes is just highlights of him.
I think they should just put them in the new movies now, like Oppenheimer, just a 10-minute same song.
10-minute.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Jacob, that
Come
would
on,
not
is it?
fly.
And it's just
welcome
like
to
showing
the
me
gym.
what Oppenheimer's doing and why Albert Einstein's like at a
Yeah.
So you're
nursing home
adding
or whatever.
R. Kelly and Jokic into Oppenheimer?
No,
And you
not
th-
Jokic part.
Oh,
No,
Jokic.
just
Okay, just
yeah,
Oppenheimer.
yeah.
All right, now I'm on board.
It's a Robert Oppenheimer montage.
Okay,
And he's
okay.
dunking.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
dunking, and he's dunking.
That's good.
I just wonder, I think kids now probably wouldn't have the patience for that long of an intro. Like at this point in time in 1996, I feel like this was truly like a family friendly movie in the sense that like anyone could be entertained by it, whether you're a kid or grown up or the babysitter or whatever. But like, I don't know. Would a kid today have the patience to sit through 15 minutes of montage to
I
the
mean, kids
sickest
these
song
days-
alive?
Yeah, you think this is
You got
Kids
these
these
things,
days.
these things that
You know,
I'm
this
always talking about,
iPad
little computers in
generation.
our pockets.
Yeah.
I feel like any kind of thing that's
This is like
more than
TikTok
hold on,
now.
any kind of thing that's more than like 90 seconds. I feel like your kids can't.
Yeah, if it's longer than a tweet, they're not going
tweet
to read
exactly. How make a movie about a tweet? If they make movies about a tweet, I'm sure kids will start seeing them. But anyway, no, I actually have
They got their head up at the iClouds. Huh,
Yeah,
Noah?
that's right.
Yes.
I don't get that one.
Head up in the iClouds? All right,
No, that's like.
fine.
Oh, I mean, I know iClouds, and I know
It's all right.
head in the clouds.
No, don't worry about it.
Next
Nick,
question.
cut that out.
You know, this isn't an interview podcast, right?
I didn't. I'm still not sure what.
Wait, are we being recorded? Okay.
These
You know
have
what?
been questions, though, haven't they?
What? These, as in the things that I'm saying, have
Yeah.
been questions?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm
It's kind of
totally-
how conversations
Yeah,
work,
you
I'm
know
isn't
how
it?
totally
people
wrong.
talk. You know
Yeah.
how people
Totally
talk
wrong.
now.
You
Yes,
know how
I do. I
people-
know how
people-
regular humans talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But not always Looney Tunes. They kind of talk different, you know?
Here's a question
What's
I
the
have.
difference between
Oh, you have a
abbreviations?
question
I do
now.
have a
Okay.
question.
Is it
I heard
abbreviations
recently
or
that
acronyms?
Bugs Bunny was based off of Groucho Marx. Have you heard this before? Is that true?
No.
It is true.
Never
so our
heard it.
producer who owns this place is saying
And he's locked the doors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he also hasn't seen Space Jam 2.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, he has a
that
big
makes
Groucho
sense to me.
Marx poster out though too. So
Yeah.
what?
So neither of you guys know, but
no.
Nick knows.
So
All
what's
right,
it-
this
it's
was
like a carrot thing.
I think the way he sounds and the carrot, yeah, he smokes the carrot and all
Yeah.
of that shit. I don't know. It
Hops
made sense to
around,
me when I heard
good
it.
at basketball.
He
Yeah.
sounds like, you know what, fine. Never
Right.
mind. I'm sorry I brought another fun fact.
Was Groucho like silly? I thought he was kind of grouchy. Like I think that was,
No.
no. Okay.
Yeah, he was the silly one.
Famously. Okay, so you guys, once they get sucked into the hole
Yes.
in golf and they're like
Beautiful sequence, by the way. Very James
gorgeous,
Cameron.
very gorgeous.
Sucked into the hole.
Yeah.
They talk about how if they lose, they're gonna have to do stand-up comedy, doing the
Yes.
same set every night for eternity.
I wrote this down.
Do you believe that that's a personal hell?
Yes.
For you.
No, I wrote down that his punishment.
Yeah.
Literally having to do stand up every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
No,
Oh,
Michael Jordan. that
Michael
was-
Jordan's
yeah,
punishment.
Yeah, that
yeah.
would be the punishment if they lose.
That would, yeah.
Very
answer the
accurate punishment.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's most people's fear is public speaking. So
That's
having
true.
to do it, and the visual of it seemed like you have like a residency at a bad Las Vegas place or something.
Right.
That seemed like the kind of shows. It was
Yeah.
some kind of sort of Vegas touristy.
Right. And you
area.
have to hear yourself do this exact same set every night for eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds pretty much like what we're trying to go for.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually kind of the goal of
dream.
our careers.
Yeah.
To
Just
be
kind
able
of
to
funny,
do
don't you
that.
think?
So that's cool.
Yeah, so this is good.
Anyway.
Good. Well, you know what?
Nick,
Let me
cut
change the
this out.
subject. What I love about this movie is that when they recruit Michael Jordan, he's not like, listen, you guys, I can't do this because this can't possibly be real because you're cartoons. He's like, I can't do this because I retired from basketball.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason why
He's
he
a man
can't
of
help them.
morals.
He's like, I'm a baseball player now, not like you're a cartoon and this can't be real.
Yeah.
And I kind of love that. I love that in this universe that they're just like, well, I guess that's that. I guess we do play basketball with cartoons.
There's some generational breaking of the third wall too. The kids are watching the cartoons, and then Michael Jordan gets in there or whatever, and so they all leave, and then the cartoons just blank on
That's
TV.
right. Very meta.
Very meta.
Extremely fucking
very
meta.
cool. Bugs Bunny's talking straight to the camera. Pretty much.
Which he always does.
Ferris Buellering the entire time. The original Ferris Bueller.
I would actually say that Ferris Bueller is Bugs Bunnying.
Yes, that's true.
I would say.
Bugs Bunny, 1930s. Ferris Bueller,
What is-
1980s. That
Yep.
checks out.
It
Yeah,
checks out.
yeah.
Totally.
It checks
that's
out.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, but I forgot what my point was. But
Yeah, what were we talking about? Space Jam, that is.
Oh yeah, Space Jam, the 1996 movie.
Oh,
yes.
the
But
breaking of the third wall.
he is very down immediately.
He's down.
I think there's some sort of understanding in the universe that like cartoons could be around or something.
I
Right.
think it's okay to suspend some disbelief while enjoying this film.
And and that's brave of you to say.
Thank you.
You know what I love about this movie also? Pump up the jam.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's one of the best soundtracks. It's again, it's best movie in the last 50 years, best soundtrack
Best
in the last
soundtrack.
100 years, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look,
Ages very well.
this movie really did do a lot for like the, I don't know, overall monetization process when it comes to movies. Like the soundtrack and the video games
Yes.
and like the product placement and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's not really like anything groundbreaking that I have to
No,
say, but
it is the product placement's a lot more than you remember a little bit sometimes.
yeah,
I think it was a first of its kind in a lot of ways,
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Well, I mean, Marvin the Martian even interacting with people, you know, is their first. of
Yeah,
its
or
kind.
talking.
Yeah.
Did he always talk?
I think a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah. Halftime. It goes like that.
Yeah, right. Bill fucking Murray, though.
Yes.
Bill
That's
Murray.
a apex mountain, as we like to say.
Someone who didn't need this movie, but the movie needed him probably.
Without
They
a
did,
doubt.
yeah.
Without
And
a doubt.
And he actually, he was only supposed to have a little teeny tiny part in it. And then once he got there, he was like, this is so cool and funny. I want to be in it more.
That's
and they
cool.
were like, please.
Yeah. Native of Chicago, it was just made perfect
Yeah.
sense that he and Mike would be close, good friends. Wayne, what is his last name?
Wayne Knight.
Knight, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Wayne Knight, of course, who was at the top of his game at this particular
Yeah.
period too. So I mean, as far as sidekicks, you
Top of this
can't.
game of being annoying though, you know. As a kid, I remember.
Well, that's a
being like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I liked him because I felt bad. I felt like people were always shitty to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He just wanted to do his job. you
yeah.
know?
So that's
Yeah.
an incredible trio
I like to
of
think it's the same one from Rat Race, same Wayne Knight. you
Right.
know? Same character.
he's driving around a heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Now, when you imagine he's Wayne Knight from Rat Race, how does that change the film for you?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, not at all.
It just connects some universes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's also somehow the
Rowan
Mad Ma-
Atkinson is also in there.
Yes, the Mad Max universe after.
God, your
couple
head just must be
1,000 years before.
fucking
right?
nightmare.
Yes, and Mad Max. Weird.
I can't even. Yeah, I can't even get on board with one film.
Yeah.
Jacob's writing a Mad Max Looney Tunes spec script in his head, featuring Wayne Knight as the. So anyway, so yes,
Anyway,
that was very
come see it
good.
at the Lyric
Yeah.
in Fort Collins.
Yeah,
Wayne Knight and Bobby Knight.
they're
together
stopping the
again.
show when you want to piss. Or shit.
Absolutely. And that's why they're heroes. Yeah.
Can you imagine a movie theater that somebody can just stop it for a minute?
I think you should have a movie theater where everybody has a remote, and then the whole time it's just going up and down.
Yeah.
Some people are like going up.
The person
people are
next
going
to you is
down.
trying to tell you a funny
Brightness
joke.
is
And you
going
go,
up. Yeah.
what?
Brightness is going up. Brightness is going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look,
think that's actually really fun.
There's a couple theaters,
good.
and I hate being this like old man now, but
Say
that
it.
should be louder.
Yeah.
it should be turned up. And you know what I'm doing, Noah?
That's
Which you
insane.
you would hate too. If
Going and
Closed
asking the
captions?
manager
Well,
to.
Is that what you're
no,
about to
if
say?
the door's open, I'll go close it because I don't want to hear the other movie. like,
No, that
And he
I
locks
don't
the
hate
door
at all. That's
Yeah.
in there and
yeah.
That's absolutely what I would do. Are you kidding me? Yeah, he locks the door in there and he's like, nobody's gonna want to shoot up a theater full of one. You know,
Yeah.
that's topical.
That is.
And
horrible.
no, that's something I
No?
would for sure do. But
And I'm like,
Being like that's not loud enough is
I'm like, everybody shut up. This Kung Fu Panda 4 at 11 a.m.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
Buckle
go
up.
to work. And you're like, uh-oh.
And you said,
Now
"Fuck
who's the
them
asshole?
kids."
Now who looks like a fool?
Stealing 3D glasses.
More slushies, please.
Yeah.
Yep.
More ices.
Yeah.
Ices, yeah. And then
Yeah.
they yell at you.
International Crime X. No, I don't know. What IC stands for. We'll figure it out by the end of the podcast.
Yeah. Enthusiasm experience.
Ex-
The what were the first two? What did we say? I and
I don't
C
even
were?
know how to spell the word, if I can be totally honest. So,
Just try.
Intergalactic Cold.
EYECEE.
Close enough. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yep.
God damn it. Yes.
Next question.
So
Okay.
stupid. So
It's not an
stupid.
interview now. That's
I know. That's why I said I was kidding.
What do you have a question?
I want to go back to how this cast is awesome. Not only the cast, but I am such a sucker for cameos. I'm a sucker for cameos.
Me too.
I love seeing famous people playing themselves, and the sequence with all of the professional basketball players when they're trying to figure out like why they don't have any talent anymore. And there's jokes about like performance and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. You know, a little something for the grown-ups.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I wrote
Yeah.
Charles Barkley with a capitulation point because that ages very well too now.
Yes.
Charles
Yeah.
Barkley is very
he's not really an actor, but he's I mean a character
like
wise,
a
best
like a
athlete
personality.
Yeah,
Shaq
definitely.
falls up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool that Muggsy Bogues.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just a small
Short
guy there
King
for
Spring.
no reason. Short King Spring. And it is kind of messed up. They have a short Monstar too, though.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we have to have one that's short.
No, that's cool.
Right, one short
compared to
king.
the other
Yeah.
monsters.
3D guy.
Yeah. 3D guy. Yeah.
Without the D.
But yeah, that's always fun. I thought they were really good. Yeah, like the therapy scene and stuff
So
is really
funny.
funny
Yeah,
and stuff
really
like
good
that. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I thought pretty good picks, like basketball wise. It holds
Yeah.
up pretty well too.
Yeah.
Young Dirk out there too.
Oh, that's right. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that was fun to film those scenes at the actual basketball games.
Yeah.
The second one, now that I'm thinking about it, does have current basketball players, but most of them get like turned over evil or something, and so
Oh.
they're like half like weird. Like there's Damian Lillard, who's a basketball player right now, and he's
Okay.
like half a watch because of Dame
Oh,
time
wow.
and stuff like
Subtle.
that. Yeah, there's stuff like that, and Anthony Davis, I think. So yeah, they tried to do some more
Right.
local or new basketball players,
Just
I
made it
guess.
worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no Jokic either.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
well,
wouldn't
that
do
was
it.
their mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, I can't believe we've gotten this far into the podcast without talking about Lady Bunny.
Oh,
I know.
yes.
I didn't want to be a creep or weirdo.
Uh-huh.
Right. It is International Women's Month. So
Yes, but
Women's
Lola
History
Bunny,
Month.
man.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the floor is yours if you have anything you want to share.
I mean, extremely important figure in my life.
Yes. Uh-huh. I had a Lola Bunny shirt at some point, but it was the new Space Jam too. So
Oh
it was
my
an ironic purchase that I bought at Urban Outfitters. Which
for
is,
$55.
Yeah,
Yes.
can I just say,
I
Urban
do this all the
Outfitters
time.
has figured it out.
Yeah.
They
They
really
just have
have.
everything
They've
that
got our number.
that young voters want and need.
Yes.
And if we want this election, and I thank God we got here to be impactful, we gotta get people out to Urban
if you want
Outfitters.
a marijuana ashtray and a Billie Eilish cassette tape,
Yes.
you go to Urban Outfitters.
You do.
Plus a
Yeah.
Yankees hat.
Yeah, you get a Yankees hat. Yep.
Yeah.
It's really a bazaar of just dog shit everything.
Yeah.
A bazaar of dog shit.
They definitely have a Space Jam shirt there right now. I
Of
bet.
course they do.
Almost 100%.
100%.
Yeah. PacSun
Yeah.
does.
I'd like to be
Yeah.
the guy who pitches new like products to Urban Outfitters, but it's all sarcastic. It's like, I don't know, fucking SpongeBob shirt. They're like,
And then they
Baja
take you
Blast.
seriously.
yeah,
They're like, it's not a bad idea.
yeah, exactly.
Put a fucking Whopper on there. But it's like an old Whopper. It's like retro.
It's Family Matters. I don't know, Bob Saget on a shirt. Wow, this guy is good.
Yeah. It'll be great for festival
He's
season.
just naming things that are old but not really old.
Yeah, we're giving away a lot of good ideas on the
Yeah, I
podcast.
know. We should be Urban Outfitters.
We should be Urban Outfitters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're
we
changing
really
the
should.
name.
Not
for
as
sure.
good as Rural Outfitters, you know? That's mostly just overalls and cowboy hats. Yeah. Sure
We're
is.
giving away too many bits on
And
the
it
podcast.
Sure is, yeah.
Is.
It sure
It sure
is.
is. You guys, I don't even know what we were talking about. We were
Lola.
talking about Lola Bunny.
Yes, very, very.
Lola Bunny. Wow.
That one was for the adults also.
That
Yeah.
was for the adult. Lola was for the
Yeah.
adults.
Who's the pervert who drew her, huh?
Yeah. Walt Disney, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I guess
Walt
both.
Disney.
Or it
himself,
wasn't it
he's
one of the, it was Warner, one of the brothers.
He like, yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, which one of the brothers?
He's like tapped in. They're like, I got this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one of the brothers was
This
a
one's gonna be
freak?
super hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, Lola's though the like bad kid from across the tracks that
Yeah,
you bring
definitely.
in.
Yeah,
to be
she's
good
like
at
a
basketball.
skank, you know?
She's a giant
She
whore.
comes
of a
in
bunny.
and everybody knows the deal, and they're like, hopefully she can play basketball, but yeah,
But
she's
if
like,
not, I guess
she's the
we're gonna
only
yeah.
one wearing makeup and stuff, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, all right, fine, whatever.
But she says, "Don't call me doll."
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
but they
early,
cut out the other one.
early feminism, right? That's pretty basic.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That walked so Barbie could run.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This whole movie
She
walked so Barbie
dribbled
could
so
run.
that Barbie
Yep.
could run.
So America
really.
Ferrera can go on a whole monologue about feminism.
And look where we are now. A female second place winner, finisher in the Republican primary election. Have we not made strides?
Shout
See, I thought you were gonna say a woman in podcasting is what I thought you were gonna
I thought
say.
you were going to say a second place winner in the best supporting actress category.
Yeah, I also
That
thought
would've been
that
funny.
might have been going.
No, my thing was
I was like, that's a great bit.
smart, no, but dumb and
It
sucked.
was smart. Yep.
No,
Anyway.
it was
No,
okay.
no, you're doing great.
It was
You're doing
fine.
fine.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You brought your questions.
When are we gonna start?
So are we recording?
Yes.
Okay, so
I think I can fly.
you think you? Oh, I believe I can
I believe
fly.
I can fly.
Sure, sure, sure.
I think I Could Fly is a totally different song.
It should be called I Believe I Can Spy Jam. Right?
Spy Jam.
Mhm.
Spy
Now,
Jam.
Molly, what do you think
I
about
believe
that?
I can spy.
What Jacob just said.
Oh, so now you're asking me
I
questions?
believe
Yeah.
I believe I can spy.
So the bit is I believe I can spy jam. What do we think of that?
So, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Sure, a scale. That's great. I wouldn't even. Anyway, we can move
5.
on. So spy
good.
jam.
it was fine.
Five's
5,
pretty good.
middle of the road.
I'll
I
take
was
it.
neither
That
liked
is
it nor disliked
Pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Shout out Nikki Haley.
Yeah, 50%. That's an F. It's like a solid F.
Solid F. Hey guys, Danny DeVito.
I know.
Oh my
The man.
god. Funny. You know, I don't love when villains always have to be fat, but I do love
Yes.
seeing smoking in movies.
Yes.
Smoking in movies, especially kids' movies, is a bygone of a
Yeah.
bygone era.
Yes.
Kids these days are so soft.
But you knew he was
Yes.
evil because he was smoking a cigar.
And
like,
fat.
And that's true. At
Yes.
least those were connected.
Yeah.
So it kind of it lends itself. By the way, Michael Jordan loves cigars.
He
So,
famously
one of his
loves
favorite
cigars.
things.
Yeah. you didn't see him smoking any cigars in this movie though.
I was trying to remember if that's true, but probably
He
you're
does.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
he
You
does.
see you see him smoking cigars.
Sure.
You ever seen The Last Dance?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean yes? I see. I thought you said in this movie. Yes, Last Dance. Oh my God, he loves his stogies, Michael. He sure does.
Yeah. He puts it out on Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like spin around. Real quick. It's another thing. There was a lot of characters on you.
I didn't know Tasmania was a real place until well into my adulthood.
Honestly, well, I learned it when I was probably in like 5th grade, but up
Alright,
until
brag.
that point, I thought it was just the devil, the Tasmanian devil.
Well,
his
yeah,
first
it's weird.
name?
Tasmanian devils are real too, right?
They are.
They are,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
They're
and
not just called devils.
I know. Yeah.
They're a lot like dingoes.
Yeah. In Tasmania,
dingo-
they just call them devils.
Yeah, and in Australia, a dingo is just an Australian devil.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
In Hawaii, they just call it punch.
yeah.
It's a street joke that people do on stage.
yeah.
Yeah, love that.
And you have to do it every night if you lose to the
Every
Monstars.
single night.
He does look like a comedy booker. Pretty fat. Pretty
Yes.
smoking cigars inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like 10
Hates
years
joy.
too late. Yeah,
Hates,
Yeah. But a really good businessman, and you know we can't fault
Yeah.
him for that.
Yeah.
I will push back. All the good villains are fat too. I think now that I think about it, Penguin in the Batman,
Sure. I'm trying to think of any like
Brandon
amazing.
Fraser in the Whale.
Sure. I'm trying to think of any.
That was the joke I was getting to. I didn't
Sure.
really want to make a point.
Are there any emaciated villains? Like truly horrifically skinny villains.
The
Slenderman.
Slenderman.
Yeah, it's kind of in the name.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. You're right. I mean, Hollywood has
Professor
decided.
Burns.
Okay.
Not Professor Burns. What's
Mr.?
Mr. Burns, yeah. I don't know why I
He
gave
knows
it
and loves Space Jam 2, but can't name Mr. Burns.
All right.
I don't know. What
Said
I'm doing. I'm
professor.
sorry. Yeah, let's be professional. I'm sorry.
Yes.
What
Come
would
on.
they say back
I
at
know.
film school?
Anyway, Lola Bunny's pretty hot in the movie.
Yeah, I mean that was
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we're talking
so-
about like
Yeah.
catalyst moments in my
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But, big deal, horny all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't, still horny for her.
Yeah.
What the only character they created for the film.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
The only character that was not an original Looney Tune.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Did that
good.
not
That's a
show
good
up?
fact.
In...
It's a good
Thank
fact.
you. Isn't that a good fact?
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you think Looney
there-
Tunes in 1930s would have some broad
Yeah.
with like a
Yes.
fat ass?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
As a cartoon?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
What was there any characters you thought needed more time?
Grandma?
I know your grandma. She only got like pancaked once.
Yeah.
She
Side of
did. They
it.
fucking pancaked the shit out of her. And Tweety, I guess Tweety.
Tweety, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Sylvester.
And
You
you're a
know
big
what?
Elmer Fudd guy.
I love
You think-
Elmer.
You love that he leans right.
I do. He doesn't. Okay. Misconception. He is a constitutional libertarian,
Sure.
which is
Common misconception.
sure leans right on some things. On some things. Anyway, yeah, I do like Elmer Fudd because he sticks to principles.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Unlike some of these whores
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
other
Tasmanian Devil
other
is
Looney
always
Tunes.
going back and
Yeah,
forth.
literal illegal aliens.
Yeah, literal.
Literal.
Yeah,
Marvin the Martian.
the Looney Tunes
Uh-huh.
is just a shit show of fucking freaks.
Yeah, Marvin
Yeah.
the Migrant. more
Yeah,
like.
Marvin the Migrant. And that's a sign you can see Jacob and I holding up at the next rally.
Absolutely.
We're pro
And that's at April 25th at the
Yeah,
Comedy
that counts.
Fort.
Absolutely.
Comedy Fort. We're building that wall.
We're
up
raising
there.
money for the campaigns. Both of them.
Absolutely.
We want everybody to win.
All of them,
Yeah.
really.
Just want a good campaign.
Yeah, just want to see some excitement in there.
Yeah.
You know, they really should have used Tweety Bird more because she can fly. You know, we start this movie with "I believe I can fly,"
Yes.
and we have a player who is
Yeah.
really set up to do that. Just that.
I found this out very recently, and I bet you'd be shocked also. Tweety Bird, male.
What?
Boy. Tweety Bird's a boy.
You can't just
I didn't
say-
just make it
You
up.
can't just say that. You can't just say that.
Okay, so you have a computer in front of you. Do you want to look it up? It'll tell you. Tweety Bird's boy. And I'm not saying it's okay or
Tweety
right.
Bird, gender,
I'm not saying
gender
it's cool.
reveal.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
like you think it's cool.
Now what's the answer?
Sounds like you think it's right.
The answer is male. Despite the perceptions. This is from the
So
Tweety
these are your
Wikipedia.
perceptions here. We're looking at the perceptions.
All right, listen up.
Right?
This comes from the
perception all you want.
Tweety Wikipedia. Despite the
Tweetipedia.
perceptions that people, us, may hold,
yes.
Some people.
Us.
Some.
owing to the long eyelashes and high-pitched voice, Tweety is male. Although his ambiguity was played with, gender.
This movie
Uh,
is groundbreaking.
Yeah, very progressive.
groundbreaking.
Yeah, very progressive.
progressive. I really think that Tweety Bird is more of like a he they.
Yeah.
guys
He they
can't
coded.
just-
More you.
That's not your decision to make.
More,
I feel like they are
Isn't-
this.
Yeah.
I feel like Tweety
more
That's
euphoria
reductive.
vibes. More euphoria vibes. Just a little fluid.
definitely like
Space Jam 2 of TV shows, in that I have not seen a second of it.
Yeah, okay, good. Very progressive.
Thank
Lola
you,
Bunny,
yeah.
probably
Wow.
For
lesbian
sure.
too.
Yeah.
right.
No.
a
Okay.
bisexual
Don't.
queen.
Bisexual queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know what
definitely.
that means.
Yeah, that's part of the hotness of Lola Bunny.
She kisses girls when
Yeah.
she gets drunk.
It's like
And there are no girls in Looney Tunes except for Grandma. So that I would like to
That's
see. Spec script. It's just Lola and Grandma.
Yeah, it's Lola and Grandma.
Game's over. Everyone's gone home.
Yeah, 2 girls, 1 duck.
Yeah. Do they have a duck?
Yeah,
They
Donald duck,
must.
Daffy Duck.
Daffy fucking Duck, man.
Daffy.
Who's very, we haven't brought
The
him
original Joe Biden.
up, but actually very important in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So very Robin-like.
Yeah, he fills a water bottle.
He fills a water bottle.
Yeah.
That is a good lesson to learn, though. That
It's
you
all
know,
in your head.
Yeah.
and-
That it's all in your head.
Yeah.
That,
that
it's all
actually
in
is
your head.
another meta commentary where it's like, Michael, you're a crazy man. It's all in your head, brother.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, you guys can do it.
And the Paul
Yeah.
brothers are doing this secret stuff now with all this drinks and stuff. You know.
God,
like
are
it's-
they not impressive? This might be
Oh
the
my
second.
God.
I don't know if it was a podcast or it's just a gathering of people that I've brought up in the last week.
Yeah.
Is I've just been really impressed with those guys. I don't particularly like them.
Do you know what drink I'm talking about? The Prime drink,
The
right?
Prime,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's okay.
No,
Prime.
I don't. I
Yeah.
don't. Didn't know that. I just
No. It's
an
I saw an
energy
opportunity
drink.
to talk about.
Of course, the studio sponsored by Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Not Prime.
Yep. Not Prime.
Liquid Death not returning my emails.
Yeah, hey you up? Hey you up? What's
More
going on?
liquid, less death.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, more death, less liquid.
Yeah.
Like, have you read this Bible passage?
Very good.
Everyone in this room needs to get right with God. Okay,
Yeah, right.
so
Actually, Nick.
I have a little game that I want to play with you guys.
Yes.
Awesome.
this
Do
is
we need a
another quest-
helmet
this-
or knee pads?
Neither.
Okay.
But thank you for asking. Safety first. So this is another question. I know how you like those. Okay, so the game is cancel or callback. And typically this is where listeners will send us trends from the past and we have to discuss whether they need to be canceled or called back. But this time I was inspired by something I saw in this movie.
Yeah.
And I saw an umbrella hat atop the head of
Bill
Bill
Murray.
Murray. And I want to know if you guys think that umbrella hats need to be called back or if we need to cancel them and keep them in the past.
Oh,
Call back only if Bill Murray can do
Only
it.
for
only
Bill
for
Murray?
Bill Murray. I feel like.
Not for the rest of us.
No.
Now-
I feel like Bill Murray can wear one right now and it'd be like, oh, look at old Bill Murray being cool. You
Bill
know?
Murray
He's like the
still
only
wears
one.
those when he
That's
like
what I
plays
mean, yeah.
celebrity golf events. He will
Yeah.
still wear umbrella hats, and I have to say I agree with you. But I think it's call back, bring
Mm-hmm.
it back. But I still think it's only okay to wear if you are wearing it because Bill Murray wore it.
Okay, so you have to acknowledge it. somehow.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah,
so
Somebody
you
says, "Why are
have
you
to
wearing that?" And be
tell
like, "Bill Murray in
people-
Space Jam." Yeah.
You're the person who walks in with like you've made a bold fashion choice and you have to tell people immediately
It
when
comes
you walk
from
into
a
a
reference.
room. Okay, it comes from, I know you guys are all talking about my crazy umbrella hat.
Yeah,
I just
don't
want you
like
to know.
it for real, even though I do like it for real.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not wearing it sarcastically. I like it, but I only like it
Yeah.
because Bill Murray wore it in Space Jam.
Yeah.
What about a Space Jam type bar that the drinks you can have little umbrella hats on there? And it looks like
Cute.
that. Mm-hmm.
I like
I
that.
don't think people would get it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I
definitely.
think
no-
it's a great idea.
Definitely no to propeller hats. Which
I
is
was in a
different.
propeller hat.
Just with the skull cap. And
No,
it
I
just-
know. Was there a
yeah.
propeller hat in this
No,
film?
there wasn't.
No,
but I'm
I
just
know
saying no.
what there's
It's
a propeller
cousin,
hat in
it's
every
a
movie.
cousin of the umbrella hat.
Mhm. Yeah.
You guys.
That's the other
fine,
thing.
sure.
Rihanna could wear one probably.
Rihanna
then
could
it's
wear
like-
an umbrella.
An umbrella hat.
Because then it's just like
Cute.
song merch.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
That's cute.
God, Bill Murray really.
That's a
hit,
5 out of 10.
Bill Murray hit
huh?
it out of the park.
No, I would
in
say
this
that was a
movie.
6.5 out of 10. That was good.
Okay,
I liked
okay.
it.
This is a Marlon Brando type performance from Bill Murray, or it's like he's not on too much, but man,
Yeah.
he bats 1,000
I
when
like
he's
that
on the
movie,
screen.
Hotel Brando.
Hotel.
Ro Brando.
It's a sequel to Isle of Dogs.
Yes.
Isle of Dogs.
Hotel Brando.
Hotel Ro Brando. Rwanda.
Oh no, Jacob! Awful.
Yeah, we'll cut it out.
Where's
Oh,
Oh,
tonight?
will we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too many good
Okay,
ideas
you
on the
guys, we're
podcast.
creeping up on the 1 hour mark. We need to talk about whether we think this movie ages well or not. Does this movie hold up? Did it bring you joy and happiness when you rewatched it? Obviously, yes. But do we think
Yes.
it holds up in the year 2024?
We've been writing hard for it. I think yes.
Yeah.
I also would like to propose another fashion thing that
Oh.
holds up or not.
Of course.
And that's Michael Jordan's Hitler mustache. Do you think we should call that back? Or
That's a great question.
I feel like there was a flash of it during the montage, but maybe not.
Yeah, Nazis buy sneakers too. He famously said.
Famously.
She's by speakers, yeah. But either way, I love this movie. Even watching it again, I thought it was very quick, which is really cool.
It's like
Yeah.
80 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like an
Yeah, it
84-minute
flew
movie.
by.
and literally 20 minutes of that is montage.
Right.
So
Yes,
that's pretty
absolutely.
cool. And then I think just having that levity to it. I don't know if kids these days like the second one or
Kids
even the
these
first
days.
one, Like I don't know if it
Yeah.
holds up to children.
This will continue to be an important film for me,
Okay.
for all of my family members, for generations to come.
Okay.
This will be kind of a Gone with the Wind type of legacy holding film in my family, I think.
Okay.
I don't see a flaw with it in the writing, in the acting, any. It really is a perfect film. So
Yeah.
that's my opinion. It holds up. If that doesn't do it for you, it holds up.
Wow.
What do you
strong
think?
case.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Molly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
I had a fucking blast rewatching this. I had so much fun. And I loved it so much that I felt offended when I told my boyfriend that I had so much fun watching this, and he said, I'm really surprised by that. I was like, so you think I'm not
Just-
fun and joyful and
Yes.
a loony little tune?
Is it that you think that he thinks that you're not fun, or that he thinks the movie's not fun and you're fun, and then therefore you wouldn't think the movie's fun?
Either of those possibilities.
awful.
Both would be
Terrible.
terrible.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
terrible.
Both would be tragic relationship ending kind of stakes
yeah.
here.
All right. Well, good
So-
luck to him.
Oh God,
know.
you're
Do
telling
you like
me.
Space Jam, Nick? Yeah. Okay. good.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just not movies.
Oh, he's got the jersey and everything.
Oh,
huh?
good with the jersey and
Where'd you get
everything.
it? Urban Outfitters?
Did you get it at Urban Outfitters?
He outgrew it when he was 7. People
Okay.
up. They don't have a mic. He's
All
not
right.
mic'd up. I think it's just cool to have a movie that has like such big stakes, the fate of the universe.
Correct.
But that
Yes.
there's no stakes. And
Right.
that's why
Yes.
it's fun. And that's why I love
But that's
about it.
also, if you think about it, that's like a lot of Mission Impossible movies. I mean,
Exactly,
it's all
yeah.
those things where it's like this big world-ending event, but nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on. There's like 4
Yeah.
people in the whole film that know what's going on.
Yeah.
And,
then
if
Michael
the world
Jordan
ends,
says,
the world's just going to end.
and Michael Jordan says double or nothing. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The stakes are high, and he says, amp them
Yeah.
up.
And then they're like, "Sir, this is an Arby's."
Yes, and that is a good point, Molly. The movie is ultimately about his gambling addiction.
I think so.
And how his
Yes.
gambling debts span across universes.
That's right.
Across universes, yes.
And that's why where he was like, oh no, he doesn't care about the cartoons. He was like, oh no, you're in debt. I
Yeah.
know, I understand that.
I understand. Oh, I've been there.
I read one time Michael Jordan turned down a $5 million paycheck for a 1-hour speech because he did not want to do it.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Wow.
He's the best.
Honestly, that's a long time to talk. And if you're not a public speaker, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess so, but $5 million, it
That's
doesn't
a lot,
matter.
yes,
It's
yeah.
too much money.
Do you think he likes this movie? Do you think it holds up in Michael Jordan's eyes?
I think everything Michael Jordan has ever done holds up in his eyes. I don't think
that he thinks his baseball career holds up in his eyes.
I disagree. Really? I think he thinks he did
You
great.
think he like got screwed or something?
Yeah,
probably?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Michael Jordan is a singular individual and has those kinds of thoughts in his mind.
So he's just like, yeah, I just also was a part of the best movie ever made, probably. I
Yes,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also, it was one of the most successful, like commercially
Yeah.
children's
Yeah.
movies of its time.
Totally.
So it's like everything he
Most
touches
successful like
turns to
basketball
gold.
movie.
Yeah.
One of the highest grossing sports movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just the movie itself. That's not all of the other stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people want to watch Coach Carter and who was it, Denzel or Samuel L. Jackson yelling at poor kids.
Yeah.
This is Michael Jordan playing with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
If I was in the meeting room where they pitched that, I would say I don't need to hear anything else. They wouldn't even have to say anything. They just come into the room and say Michael Jordan, Bugs Bunny, and I'd be
And
like,
you say-
greenlit.
Here's $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Nobody remembers the Titans.
Nobody
They
remembers
remember the Toon
Titans.
Squad.
Yeah. That's exactly
Legends
right.
live forever. Nope. Heroes live forever.
No, I had a
Legends.
good one we could have just ended on.
Okay. No, but this is actually
Yeah, that was really an 8 out of 10 there.
Heroes
and
live
you
forever.
re-
Heroes live forever, and legends never die.
Oh, you made that up just now, didn't you?
No, but that's cool that you think I did.
What's up
didn't.
on your wall in your house? 10 toes down?
Stay 10 toes down and sucker free. That is from DeMarcus Cousins and other rap songs.
Excellent.
It's about maintaining sort of self and
Yeah.
being grounded.
Oh, beautiful.
This movie
think.
is sucker free.
Yeah, sucker free is a different thing.
Okay. Well, well, that's great. You guys, when are you going to be at the Comedy Fort again? Tell
April
everybody.
25th. That's 10 days after tax day. If
right.
you do your
Yes.
taxes,
Yeah.
that April 25th.
Okay,
In
fabulous.
all
April
seriousness,
25th.
without any jokes.
You can follow our podcast
Podcast.
at Chicken and the Nuggets on Instagram or on TikTok and on Twitter at Nuggets Pod.
Yes.
Even though we don't tweet anymore, really.
Okay.
We're going to.
We always
And
say
once
that.
we say we do, we stop. But we're gonna.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
now it's on a different podcast.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And that's a promise. And we'll
Yes.
hold you
A
accountable.
lot of Nuggets fans and Chicken fans probably listening to the podcast.
Yep, they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're everywhere. All right, you guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
Oh my
thank
God,
What a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course.
You know, stay flying. Man, I really thought that I could
Slime you later. How about that one?
slime you later.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.